Hello. What's great is I can still see everybody in the background. So this is our first big munch. We've had all kind of crazy munches. We've started on Clapper. If you're not a part of Clapper, you should be. We started out as a radio, and then we moved to Fanbase. We've been there for months, and now we started Twitter Spaces. With that, it's been great, but StreamYard has provided me a place to start going live everywhere. Everywhere being Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I guess we'll get fucking started. Oh, I love it. Look, I'm getting spam comments from... So I do realize that next time I probably need to authenticate. So if you guys don't have a Facebook or a YouTube account to participate or to be a guest, we will have to authenticate that way. So I can, kick these assholes out of here. Let me do that real quick. Block that user. See, what's really cool is we can pick up comments. So if you see that right there, that shows comments. When you guys do interact, we can see it. We can conversate. Oh, man, I am excited. So without further ado, I guess we'll get started and introduce some people. So I'm going to bring you guys up one at a time. If you want to introduce yourself, that's great. If you don't, just fucking sit there quietly either way. So here we go. Without further ado, our first person, who is usually always by my side with most of these things, we'll let her get started. Well, I guess I need to get started, huh? I am Mr. They call me Mr. Don't call it an honorific. It's only an honorific for the next guest. With that said, I run KinkSlayer.com. If you're watching this, you know my stuff is in front of you. So, yeah. So you all know why you're here for me. But let's introduce some other folks that may or may not be ready. Are you ready there, Miss? All right, here we go. You're popping up now. Ready or not? Here we go.
I have a butt plug on my head in my picture. Okay, hi, hey, hello. Juniper Jen here. Whoa, that's better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Juniper Jen here, your favorite craft whore. I am polyamorous, pansexual, and extremely provocative. I make vloggers, and I fucking love what I do. I could have done better on my black lipstick today, too. Hi. Hi.
Hello, gorgeous.
Did I do good introducing myself?
Absolutely. Your thing's kind of choppy. I think it's your computer. But either way, so we have somebody here, Desi. This is the one, a transcript of this. They're deaf. I know that Twitter does transcribing. I'm not sure if this does, but if you watch it on YouTube, I think it has live comments as you go. Yeah, that's quite possible. I may have to go fix Jen's resolution on her camera. I think the high def is fucking with her smoothness.
Probably.
Yeah, so you guys give me just a second. You'll see me again on her screen. Give me just a second. Hello, beautiful. Ignore the big bald head, guys. Sorry about that. Should be smoother now.
Thank you. That's my tech guy.
So if you haven't figured it out yet, Jen and I are partners. We live together. That's why I'm able to easily save her there. But yeah, this is the wonderful and amazing Miss Juniper Jen. So that right there is the topic tonight, is the value and worth as a content creator. We have others joining us in just a second. Just wanted to get everybody some eyes here. Aw, thank you, Andrea. A little jealous there. Yeah, sorry, I am not the delivery guy there, Tony, in a little private chat there. So without further ado, one of our other creators who, for the time being, decided to stay anonymous, which is perfectly acceptable. We want everybody to be comfortable and happy here. So we will bring up a little bit. If she would like, she's welcome to give a rundown of herself. If she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I could use a hairbrush.
All right, so what's really cool is the audio only. They don't pop up as a screen. But
that's kind of nifty.
It is, but you know what? We're going to do that right there. There we go. So now we got a little bit of a view there.
So, I don't know what to say about myself. I am very demisexual, pansexual, polyamorous. A lot of the perspectives I provide have to do with parenting and balancing that with kink and being an adult content creator. Any questions I am happy to answer anytime. I will eventually get more comfortable and be me, but for now, this will work.
Fantastic. And I swear I'm going to do my best not to say your name. But, it's one of those things. So, well, you know how this goes. We don't ever do anything fucking smoothly here.
Wouldn't be able to fight me.
I have two more guests, actually. So we're going to bring up the next. Okay, I got you. All right, cool. So one of his participants is watching from backstage, is not interacting. I can't bring them up, but if they would like to come up, he is more than welcome to. So we're going to move past that, and we are going to introduce our fourth guest at the moment. Are you ready, dear? Give me a quick head nod. Yep. All right, here we go.
Hello. I go by many names. A lot of people know me as Princess Grumpy Cakes. Some people know me as Emma Biggs. It's my stage name, in case you didn't know. Thought it was adorable for a big girl. I've been a content creator for over 5 years. I thought I was bisexual until recently. Now I think I'm pansexual, but I know there's not a whole lot of difference. There's just some little significant differences, but I think I just love everybody. And I recently have an attraction to femboys.
They have an attraction to me, so I get it.
I started a new page that's gaining some following. I'm Thick Sadist Mommy Dom, in case anybody
is that you?
That is me.
I knew I followed that page. Okay.
Hey, with the intention of...
Very nice.
Everybody's loving those posts. I am also the owner of Lil Abominations. I paint drippy designs on adult pacifiers and almost anything that you want. I think that's about it for my introduction.
It works for me.
Hi.
So presently, as is just us four. And if there's one more on the backstage, I think they just want to watch from backstage and not interact, and that's perfectly fine. It looks like we have a few people here. Now, the only downside to this is I can't see like who the eyes on us are. If you see above me, it says like 6 or something like that. But whatever. You want to watch. I like when people watch.
I mean, okay.
Right? So tonight's
I
topic.
still need to get with you about a passy. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I got you.
So, wait, I know exactly who that is right there that just said this. So, dear, so what you do is, it's super simple. So, you know the Monday Munch room? on Fanbase. So with that, there's a link there that I think I said if you want to be on the stream or something like that, all it does is open up in a browser on your phone.
It's called StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard. There's no extra apps. There's no nothing like that. You pull in, you click that link, and then it'll ask you to enter a name. So you enter whatever name you want. You can choose to be on mic. You got to be at least on mic. You can choose to have your camera up, stuff like that. Andrea, honestly, maybe dear, it may let you. The cool thing about this is it doesn't use much bandwidth. So when we stream this stuff to their servers, I'm way better at technology than this. Sorry, guys. A little nervous. Big show for me and all of us. So when it streams to their servers, what they do is they handle all that bandwidth to get it to the other apps. So the only thing you're doing is streaming to this one website. So if you want to give it a shot and come up, that's perfectly cool. You are in the Monday Munch room, so like I said, it should say like if you want to be a performer, there's a StreamYard link. I believe it's a StreamYard link there. But click that, hop in, and then we can add you as a guest here. It'll notify me when you enter the room. What you guys don't know, that they can't see at home.
Super easy.
Yeah, very easy. What you guys don't see is we do have a private chat, so we can cheat and push this conversation along.
I forgot there was a chat.
Yeah, so now we have these. We have comments. So when people do drop comments, like we've already got a viewer from YouTube, Will. Thank you for being here. YouTube is where I'm really trying to grow this part of it to be. Facebook, I already have my following there. A lot of you guys do. And it goes from there. So we're growing all over the place. We really wanted to take it to a more mainstream because, learning about educational things in the adult world or kink or the LGBT community.
I'm exploring. I was
it's
figuring things.
So let's go. I don't have many notes on this tonight, honestly. I didn't feel like it was necessary to make a lot of notes because the conversation is going to flow because all three of you are content creators of some way. We have another one, hopefully, that will be joining us in just a minute that is a content creator. We have one that I hope could find a way to join us that is really important to the group. We have a lot of people that hopefully are watching that aren't participating. Oh, here we go. I got a guest introduction. Okay, so we got one more introduction then before we bounce this out. So we're gonna drop her in. Are you ready there? Give me a head nod there, Mexican from Wish. All right, here we go. We're gonna pop you in here.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
All right, so yeah, is this not really nice though?
This is really cool. I'm sorry, I'm outside, so I'm like facing towards my light.
You're fine. All right, so if you give us a quick rundown of who you are, darling.
My name is Mexican from Wish. I'm bisexual. I swing both ways. I have a mean personality. Oh fuck, I'm not really good at introductions.
Mean personality. Will you be my best friend?
Cheapest whore on the internet.
Oh yeah, I'm the cheapest whore on the internet.
That's right. That was what I was going to ask you about in just a second. My favorite tagline, and it's no diss to anybody else in our group, that you by far have my favorite tagline of anybody.
Oh, thank you.
That's pretty great.
And really, and having you here tonight is super. You're one of the people that I absolutely wanted to have here. If that makes you feel any better, I'm talking about this content and this topic. You have been a central point when Jen and I talk about it. I'm like, well, the Mexican from Wish wants, this, and this is how she does it, and it really shows how it works out for you.
I love your name too. It's like the best name ever.
I was drunk when I came up with it.
On everything but Facebook, pretty much, I'm bitchy cakes, but Facebook wouldn't let me have bitchy cakes, so I changed it to grumpy cakes.
Reminds me to eat my thing. Sorry about that. So I guess we'll do this kind of panel style because I am trying to make it go into. We'll have a discussion, and I can maybe ask questions panel style later. But this is all about value and worth. If you guys give me just a second, I was a little under prepared for this.
I was like sitting there waiting on Twitter for like the longest time.
Oh, that's great. It did actually remind me. I guess I set a space up. I don't remember doing that, but whatever.
Yeah, I didn't see it because I was on Twitter waiting like, like a schoolgirl at 9 o'clock waiting for the phone to ring because minutes are free. I felt like that.
Yeah. Dude, that reminds me of a date I set up one night, or my buddy set up, and it ended up being, so we're going to side note real quick. We always had gimmicks, my buddy and I did, when we went out on dates. He always went on dates. I didn't have dates because, I just wasn't that cool. So we've had all kind of crazy gimmicks. But one night we went out with a girl, and it was like, I got one for you. So we're out with her. I'm not speaking the whole time. She thinks I'm absolutely fucking deaf and mute. And we communicate via text message, like I'm showing her my phone when I'm typing. And then, like at 9 o'clock on the dot, my dad calls for something. And parents call, you answer the phone, because especially when I think I was like 17 at the time, maybe 18. So, you pick up the phone because you don't want to get in trouble. So I pick it up. Hello? And the look on her face was like, what the fuck? And so I talked to my dad for a second, and Jesse had gone to the bathroom or something. Oh, this is my date. Okay. But he'd gone to the bathroom and come back out. I'm talking on the phone. He's like, oh, fuck. The jig is up. So me being the little improv master I am at times, I hang up, and she's like, what the fuck, dude? And I'm like, what? She's like, you haven't spoken this whole night. I thought you were deaf. I was like, no. Like, my dad's real strict. He said I can't talk until after 9. It was back in the day when minutes were free after 9.
Yeah.
We thought it was fucking hilarious. Contextually now it's like, that's fucking lame. But, back in the day, minutes and conversations were free after 9. So it worked then. It was way funnier than that story just turned out to be.
I thought it was funny,
Did you
mister.
know that roaming is still a thing?
It is, actually. I have that setting on my phone to use data if I'm roaming.
I went to Oregon with somebody like 2 months ago, and for half the trip, my phone was roaming. I was like, what? It's like, I didn't know that's still a thing. There are places that still do not have service, mostly in the Plains area. Kansas is full of bullshit. Sorry if you're from Kansas, anybody.
No.
Look, we live out in the middle of nowhere too. Okay, I have to hook up to Wi-Fi, or I don't have signal at like 10 miles outside of my house, so it's ridiculous.
I have mountains on one side, Knoxville on the other side.
Exactly. I feel that.
I don't even have Wi-Fi. I'm relying on the fact that my fucking phone service is fucking A1.
I'm the other way around. I don't have phone service. I have to rely on the Wi-Fi.
I feel it. I do. So tonight, as we can see below, the comment or the conversation is about your value and worth as a content creator. I see the wax on, wax off. Are you saying hello? Need to say, oh, you're fuzzy. Oh.
Trying to get it to focus.
There we go. So the value and worth as a content creator, because honestly, value and worth are two very different things.
Yeah.
Value is much more than money, and so is your worth. But we will talk about the money aspect of it, and I'm probably going to make some fun friends after this. But carry on. Sorry, I get sidetracked.
Got knocked over by a cat.
So do you guys think that, do you agree? I mean, value is not just money?
It is not money. Derp, stop. Sorry, my cat's name is Derp.
That's so cute.
I
So-
would agree that it's not just money. It has to do with what you put into things, what value you take out of it, how it makes you feel with what you put out there.
Okay, how about you, Jen? You're muted, dear.
Well, just so happens that I agree. It's about what you feel and
Okay.
your individual feelings, not Joe next door, not Bobby Sue over here, and what they think you should be doing and how you should be doing it, or what price you should be putting on what you're doing. When it comes to something like we're talking about tonight, particularly content creation, you guys might think it's free, but it's not. You do put a lot of money into the efforts that you put into your hair, your makeup, your clothes that you wear or don't, or whatever. So you just develop your own standards for the price you want to put on that. I was
It's
going
also-
really good there for a second. I fizzled out. I'm sorry.
It happens.
It's also not just the physical things that you put into it. It's the mental effort that it takes to prep yourself to get ready for what you're doing. Sometimes, depending on what type of content you're putting out, there's self aftercare that you need to do to bring yourself down, to bring yourself back into a level headspace. There's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And that's something else about this is not and that's why I took out the adult part of this. It goes into all content creation. It's we've talked mental health on other munches and stuff like that, but it is a lot mentally. I mean, you deal with, even on TikTok or YouTube, you're going to deal with assholes, you're going to deal with comments that are degrading you, you're going to deal with all that shit. But you have to take time to make sure that you're valuing yourself for sure. How about you there, Grumpy Cakes?
I pretty much agree with everything that everybody is saying. When you get people like me, it's hard to set a value to your content. Because I'm a walking fetish. I am plus size, like I'm extra fluffy, I'm short, I'm kinky, I'm super pale, I'm gothy. Like there's so many different genres that I fit in. And like when it comes to content, I have to take all of those things into consideration because certain things are worth a certain amount. Like it's like the kinkier, the more it's worth. And sometimes when you throw it all together, like you come up with a price and you're like, that's ridiculous. I can't charge that. But at the same time, you have to know, like, I'm worth that amount. Like these things I just did in that video are definitely worth that amount. And I should charge that amount because I don't need to lowball myself. And if I'm not making the money, somebody else is going to. Is how, like, you gotta have a certain confidence about it to be able to put value on yourself, not just your content, but yourself. Like, you're not just doing spicy content, you're not just doing funny stuff on TikTok, you are creating a voice that people are listening to. And if your content doesn't have value, if you don't have value, then nobody's really gonna pay attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How about you there, Mexican from Wish? I think she's a little preoccupied. We'll bounce around for a second. So something I did do earlier is I went through a bunch of menus, like on these apps that I frequent and I get to know people on. And I went through it. I got prices for stuff. So I think that is Space Kitty or Space Kitty. That's commenting there. Just says Facebook user, maybe an anonymous feature. I'm not sure, which is awesome if that is. I will definitely have to get with them to see if that's something they chose or if it's just a glitch or something like that. But with that said, yeah, you are getting a piece of yourself for sure.
I agree. And like that's a thing with like I shared a meme earlier. It's Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems.
Mhm.
And it's a girl running away from him and it says, I don't want to buy your nudes. I just want to get to know you. And that is so fucking true. Like the amount of people who don't value what you do and just think that they can bypass the system and because they want to get to know the real you and then mayhaps at some point get some lewds is their anticipation. But what they don't realize is we recognize that game. We know this game. It doesn't work. Like I went on dating sites for a couple weeks. I didn't tell not a fucking soul because I didn't want dudes to come to try to find me or any of the, like, I tried to keep it separate. I didn't tell anybody what I did. Like, because if I'm dating somebody, I want it to be for me, not for what I do. Not because you saw my photos somewhere and you think I'm sexy. Because this a persona. I come to this like as the real me. I mean, baggy t-shirt, no bra. Can't tell, but no bra. Like this is people's chance to get to know me by my lives and me being on here. Derp, stop. Sorry. He's taking a bath. I have a black cat. I feel like I take over because I get nervous being on camera.
No, that's okay. Yeah, we want that's what I want this for is to get to know each other and to talk and stuff like that. Now,
May I say something quick?
Yeah.
absolutely, right.
It's also you have to be careful because I've had an experience recently where a doctor found out what I do as my side job, and instead of being a medical professional, wanted to fuck. And you have to be careful with how you expose yourself to who.
Yeah, that's very true.
It does, honestly, unfortunately, when you talk about adult content, people do change as far as like their opinion of you, whether it's good, bad, or they think because you have adult content that you're going to be an easy lay or something like that, or because you are famous on TikTok or you have 100,000 followers on Twitter, that you're somebody that can do things for them. And that's one of those things that you have to watch out for.
Yeah, just because we make content doesn't mean we want to make content with you.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like I've tried to instill in a lot of people, and I've always heard it, and that's I caught it from somebody else, but in like a DS relationship, a dom sub relationship, or being a submissive or a dominant, in my case, I am a dominant, but I am not your dominant. Some of you are submissives, but you're not someone submissive just because they're dominant. Like it's one of those things. I've even had that, that conversation with somebody else, like in
My
a
cat
private message.
dominates me.
In a private message, they're telling me, they're like, I'll do whatever you want. Yes, sir. I will be your submissive. I'm listening to what you have to say. I'm like, oh, hold up. No. Okay. I personally, I have a lot of integrity when it comes to my brand. I can honestly say I don't believe in the history of KinkSlayer has there ever been a moment that I have sent out message that could be deemed as creepy. I have been flirty, obviously, before, stuff like that, but it's never that borderline creep. It's never that I'm a dom, do what I say kind of shit. You guys see me call that out all the time. And if I'm going to be thirsty, it's going to be in a fucking public forum. Because if you're beautiful, and I think you're absolutely beautiful, then the whole world needs to know what the fuck I think. I mean, that's why you're on my page, right? You want to know what I think? But yeah, I mean, it comes down to, these people that assume because you have an OnlyFans or assume that you're TikTok famous, that you if you're famous on TikTok, you have value. You're something that they can use to get up somewhere. If you're famous on OnlyFans, you have no value, and they see you as less than human. Like Odie says there, they don't know the etiquette or they're new to the lifestyle, and that's a lot of stuff that happens with like dom subs and stuff like that.
Oh my God, stop it.
Subs think they have to submit to any dom that comes their way because they don't know any better, and new doms think that because they call themselves dominant, then they are in control of all the submissives around, and it's so fucking irritating to have to deal with that stigma, because it makes me not even want to call myself a dominant. Truthfully, like, I mean, I lean more towards that I am a top more than dom.
Pardon me for a second.
Huh?
You know how you're laying in bed and you accidentally drop the phone on your face?
Uh-huh.
I just did that to my cat.
Good job.
He was just looking at me like, bitch.
Absolutely. Like Space Kitty 82 says, people think they can disrespect you because you make content. That is absolutely the truth. Which brings me kind of to the next point of this whole conversation, and the part that a lot of people are going to be kind of upset over when they hear is your money value and stuff like that. How much you're charging for this stuff. So Jen has an OnlyFans, and she is very proud of that OnlyFans. She has no problem with telling people she has it, but some of her things on there are expensive, and that's because she's made the content for sure. We've had fun making content, but it's not necessarily something that she wants anybody to have. I'll let her explain it with her newest content that she put out there, which I absolutely love.
Yes, I've got an OnlyFans. It's actually free to follow. I don't post all naughty bits. I sometimes post like just a hello, hi, and this is my selfie for the day because I look hot. And then I promote my products on there too, of course.
I can't. They don't let me.
Because it's a pacifier. They haven't said anything. They haven't got to me yet because
they get me.
Apparently BDSM, and if anybody can find the actual answers for me and correct me, but apparently BDSM and spanking is not allowed on the app or the website. I'm sorry, it's not even an app. But I've got fun content, and I've not like gotten in trouble for it yet. But anyways, what was I explaining now, mister? I'm so sorry.
Your newest content and the reason you've got sites like you do and stuff like that.
Okay, so I dressed up like a chicken last week for this clapper chicken dance competition for Rocktoberfest. You made me big. I don't like this. I'm very uncomfortable being alone up here. Thank you. We dressed up like a chicken. I dressed up like a chicken, and that had nothing to do with content, but I got it in my mind that I wanted Mr. to fuck me. Well, I was dressed like a chicken because come the fuck on. Yeah.
You get a chance.
Why not?
Recorded it. I spent a medium amount of time editing it. It's nothing like, this is not like Pixar or anything. Ooh, that's kids. Anyways, this is not professional editing. I spent some time on my own editing it, putting it together. It ended up being like a 10-minute clip after I got done and I put that bitch on OnlyFans for the highest price that you can, which is $50, because yes, I love it. It's great freaking content, but I just don't want the average person to see it. I want somebody to really want to fucking see it.
that.
And if they want to see it, they're going to see it. They're going to enjoy it.
I feel that.
And that's how I do with actually all of the content that I post. I'll do little photo albums and videos and different stuff. And to be honest with you, I value my titties at $2 because I'm really silly, and it's always been $2 titties, $2 titties. I'm sorry. So
I do 4 because mine are giant.
there you go. See, I agree with you. But OnlyFans doesn't let you post paid content for less than $3. So cool.
$3 still sounds good.
It's just how I don't have the rest of the words, mister.
That's okay. So I do want to ask real quick, a little bit. Do you have any content that you would say is high priced because it's either personal or it's just something that you think is worth a lot?
I tend to do higher prices on any custom content, but that's because that is something like if somebody asks for something specific, that's more work that goes into it. And it's also something that someone's going to enjoy more because it caters to their specific kinks. I also tend to put a higher price, like if it's something that I'm just experimenting with doing that I haven't done before, I tend to put a higher price on that because that's more mentally taxing for me. Basically, the custom stuff is where I have the higher prices.
I got it. That makes sense. I mean, especially like you said, if it's something you've never done before, then it's almost that amateur aspect of it that makes it more, makes it, I guess, worth more to somebody that may be viewing it. It's something new. You may be nervous. You may make mistakes, and that raw realness of it is what a lot of people want. Is because, like, even with this, we're stumbling, we're forgetting our words. It's always a fucking mess when we do Munch, and I love it. But it's that value to it. I'm not going to spend time when I upload the audio for the first, by the way, guys, it's going to be the very first KinkSlayer podcast episode. But I'm not going to upload this with any editing. I'm not going to download it. It's just going up, and that's what I want to come from this is that real raw moments, the understanding, the conversations that we're going to have and stuff like that.
So I have to rewind on my conversation. I'm a dirty little birdie.
It also helps to.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It also helps too because a lot of people forget that the people behind the content are real people. Like a lot of people forget. Yes, it's a persona that we put out there with the pictures, videos, whatever, but the person making it is still a real human with real feelings.
Absolutely. Go ahead, drop a cake. What were you about to say there?
I was just going to say that I thought of something that I have high priced.
Okay, go ahead. What's that?
Mostly because I don't want people to order it. My cam, like I charge outrageous prices for camming because I live with people that both of my roommates were just in this room and nobody knew. I live with a married couple and I currently reside in their living room. So I have to allot time where no one is going to be home to be able to cam. Like I pretty much have to either, if it's worth enough, I have to kick them all out of the house. So I charge outrageous prices, like $20 a minute to cam with me.
And that's, that comes into that knowing your worth.
It's kind of a deterrent, but also if you're gonna pay that price, I'm gonna make it worth it for you.
Yeah, you're willing to put in all of those efforts of scheduling with however many other people you have to schedule with just to make the show a possibility.
Right. Like, I'm putting in all of this effort. Like, I earn that money. And a lot of people don't understand, like, with sex work and content creating, there's a lot that goes into it. People think it's just easy. We earn that money, like, mentally and physically. That money is well earned.
And, I don't know how much you guys do on it, but, some of these content creators do a lot of editing. I mean, they use professional software. They do all this stuff to make these real good cuts and stuff like that. And it's got to be worth it. It's like with my spotlight room that I've started to try to build up now. I would love to launch it in November. It's probably not going to launch in November, and that's okay. But I have a package on there that's $200. With that, though, what you get is I only take a 10% cut, which if you use Fanbase, most promotion rooms take a cut of what you do. It's only a 10% cut. There are 3 packages overall. There's a 10%, 20%, 30%. Well, the 30% package gets you a lot of stuff. I mean, it gets you a custom video ad. It gets you put all over my social media. It gets you special pages on my spotlight. It gets you on the front page of my website. It gets you a lot of stuff there. It also gets you a one-on-one interview for the podcast, for the spotlight segment that we're going to be starting up. So there's tons in it. And it also gets you 250 business cards with your own personal link on it. So if you want to put your link tree there, then you get that as well. Now, given
I have to do the interview, though?
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, you don't have to, and that can be negotiated, and the price can be negotiated. It's not set in stone. If you want more, we can do more. If you want less, we can do less. It's it's definitely customizable, as all kink is. As Sonny Megatron says over on the American Sex Podcast, kink is customizable, but so is content. A lot of you guys get requests. A lot of you girls, excuse me, a lot of you creators get requests for a lot of content, and it's custom stuff. It's somebody wanting you to say their name or wear a certain outfit or do a certain thing. So when it comes to that, I'm able to work that around, but I know my value there and my worth, because I know that at the end of the day, it's going to take me hours to do these videos, to make these ads, to make these promos, these spotlights, write up an article, schedule the interview, put all that shit out there. And then at the end of the day, it's what I value it at. And right now, everybody knows I've still got to do one for you too, Grumpy Cakes, but, and I've got a couple others that I've got to do. My spotlights don't cost anything. I love to do them. It helps me get better at my graphic design stuff. And I'm happy to do it for anybody. It may take a little while to get one, but that's just because I've got a lot of shit to do.
Right.
But I know my value there. And to me, the value of those spotlights, one, is going to help you, hopefully help you. Let me put it that way, because I'm not going to guarantee it's going to help at all. But hopefully it's going to help you get traffic and stuff like that. It's going to help me get better at my graphic design, because the first ones I did and the ones I do now, day and night. But it's taken repetition.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like yours too. And I think Grumpy Cakes will like hers whenever I get it done. Jen loves hers. She needs an updated one, I think, though. I think I need to update Jen soon.
I wanted to add a little thing having to do with custom content. One thing that I've said to myself since I started doing content, and a lot of the other members of this group have said too, is just because someone requests something and they're willing to pay top dollar for it doesn't mean you have to do it. Like, if there's something that makes you feel gross as a human, it's not worth any amount of money to do.
Oh, no.
If it compromises your integrity, it is not worth it.
I don't know. I'll do a lot of things for $20.
But it doesn't compromise your integrity and how you feel about yourself.
Right. I didn't draw the line somewhere.
Consent still applies in sex work. Like, if you don't consent to it, you do not have to do it. Like,
one example, I had someone who wanted extremely custom content. They were willing to pay me $10,000 to ship me a live animal and have said live animal inserted into me. That is not something I am willing to do. That is a line I won't cross. It was not worth $10,000. It was hard to turn down that much. Sure, I'll give it to him.
I mean, no,
Mister,
definitely.
you don't have anywhere to put it, please. No.
I'll find somewhere.
The farthest I've gone with something that I didn't really want to do is mostly because I hate the thing that I smeared on myself. Somebody wanted me to smear peanut butter all over myself and talk about myself. Just random facts about myself. And I was just like, okay, weird, but okay. You should know that I hate peanut butter, but I'm willing to do this.
Random fact number 1, I fucking hate this.
It was a 3-minute video and it cost them $80. But I smelled like peanut butter for days. I could not watch it off. It was
I'm
horrible.
with you on hating peanut butter.
Hey, I like peanut butter
Now
flavored
I have
stuff.
to go rub peanut butter on myself so I know what it feels like.
Oh, yeah, I am down
Don't
for it.
use chunky. Use creamy.
So let me give you guys some perspective of something real quick. I know, like, when they hear the audio, they won't see what I've got going on right now. But moving on to that next segment. So this right here, I don't know how well you can see that. There's 3 quarters and a dollar bill, $1.75. There's a creator on one of the groups I follow that will send me 2 pictures of their tits for that. You know, I've seen creators do it for a rose. A rose on this app particularly is worth less than this, and that's a dime. It's 7 cents. You know, but the thing is, and where it comes into what I'm saying is, these prices aren't a reflection of these people by any means.
Right.
You know, some of them may be selling themselves cheap for whatever reason.
No.
I think it's more of a supply and demand thing, but
I will occasionally, like in my fan base group, do a thing where it's a game of the day where if they send a rose, I'll post a random picture, but you never know what you're going to get with that. Sometimes you'll get boobs, sometimes you'll get my butt, sometimes you'll get my cat, sometimes you'll get a tree. But when I
love it.
when I post things like that, though, it's specifically not savable to anybody other than my moderators. So I feel like that kind of stuff I'm okay with putting out there for less money, because you can't save that. You can't take that home. Like, you can see it, but then in 24 hours, it's gone.
Right.
I have one customer. He's been a repeat customer for a few years. I just kind of watch him sometimes. But I charge him an annoyance fee. He annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, I like that.
So if he wants my attention, he pays extra for it. And I don't know if he's aware or not, but sometimes things will be cheaper, and then the next time he wants it, it'll be like double or triple.
And that's a thing too with repeat customers. Like, I do have some customers that I charge different prices than I do everybody else, but that's because, like you said, they're either annoying, so I charge them more just because they're freaking annoying and want pictures at the oddest times, or some of them I will charge a little bit less for because of how much they've already paid me for other stuff.
Right.
Like,
and I'm super confident my person is never going to hear or see this. They live in a way different country.
Well, like Hody says right there, sometimes it's lowballing to grow your fan base. Absolutely. I mean, I see people with OnlyFans do introductory offers for the first month. You know, that was one that I was checking out earlier, and to see, you know, how their price was. And it was normally like $12, $13 a month. And they had it half off for your first month if you click that special link. You know, and that is a part of it. I mean, really, like, a lot of these creators don't understand when they start. You're starting a business. You are providing a service and a product. So, you know, you have to do things like that at times to keep them interested, to keep them coming back. Like Lil Bit says there, you know, I mean, that could be a random picture of your boobs. It could be a random picture of your cat. It could be, you know, the sunset outside. It's that game that makes them interested, though. What am I going to get? It's a gamble, and a lot of people love that. But like something else about this, so there was another creator on here, and I think it's you know, when you break it down, it may not be such a good deal. So she offers a girlfriend experience. Her version of girlfriend experience on this particular app is 7 straight days with pictures and videos. It doesn't say how many. It may be 1 a day. It may be 10 a day, whatever. But she has it priced at the little gift on the app is a dinner date. In reality, the translation to that is like $133. Not bad. I mean, you know, like, but that's something that she set that value at. Now, whether she's saying it's 7 days of custom content, you don't know if it's 7 days of shit she's already got posted on her OnlyFans. But it's all about that value of yourself. There's one on here I've got that has a, you know, fuck, I know Facebook's gonna have a fucking field day with this shit when they get it, but the fingering, it's $7. Fingering, yeah,
Finger flinging.
Finger flinging. There you go. They finger fling on a video for $7. You know, now see, this is where these creators could be making a great bit of money on this. It could be a 10-second video. It could be a 10-minute video. You know, it's as people that, you know, the consumer, you know, they may not know what they're getting. You know, some people hustle other people. Some people give away more than they should for the price they get. But that's like something I've always said, and it's something that I was, you know, hoping. I know Mexican for Wish is a little busy tonight. She had a little sidebar that she's watching some TV and enjoying some time with her partner. But you know, she calls herself the cheapest whore on the internet. Now, does that mean she doesn't value herself? Absolutely not. She loves what she does. So, you know, that's one of those things that she makes these videos and this content for these people, and has self-proclaimed the cheapest whore on the internet. For that reason, though, she's enjoying herself. That's her value and her worth to herself. She's already making this content, and I hate to speak for her. I would, you know, we'll have to have another conversation. But you know,
as somebody that's known that particular creator for a long time, she legitimately does get a lot more value besides the monetary, like that she thoroughly enjoys. She doesn't do anything unless she's thoroughly enjoying it.
right.
And that's why she feels more comfortable with having the low prices, because she gets way more value besides the monetary.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with that. As I've said previously, a lot of the reason that I'm getting back into the modeling and the sex work is because I wasn't allowed to do things previously in a relationship. I wasn't allowed to have anybody think I was pretty. Like, so it's kind of like, it's empowering to me to be in the eye of other people. Like, it's me taking my power back.
That's kind of, I'm kind of on the same lines too with my pricing. Like, it's not like completely lowball, but it's relatively low on the scale of what I've seen from others. Is I started this as a journey for myself, like to be able to look in the mirror and be proud of what I saw myself. And it's been a journey. Like, my prices have gone up a little bit as my confidence has gone up, but that's not what it was about for me. And that's not fully what it's about now is the money. It's more about taking back that ownership and what I can and can't do with my body.
And I love that for sure. I mean, that's to me is what it should be more about than anything. I've seen creators get on these apps and stuff like that and sell themselves short. I've seen absolute mental breakdown because they sent people a picture of their lady bits just to keep it Facebook friendly for a couple bucks, and it fucked with them. They sold themselves out for cheap dollar.
Cupcakes, lady bits.
There you go, sprinkles, lady bits. But like that's the kind of thing we're talking about. There is don't sell yourself out. Don't break your integrity, and because if you do, it could really mess with you. I mean, if you think your picture's worth $20, put it up for $20. If nobody's gonna buy it, guess what? You've already taken the picture. So, now don't go out of your way to create something, and then if it doesn't sell and you didn't want to put it up, then one of those things, like make sure that you value yourself for sure.
Don't do custom work until you've been paid.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
That's another thing too.
Guys, but I gotta go. I'm in my roommate's bedroom and they want it back.
I got you. That's fine. No big deal. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely
enjoyed it. I hope you can keep listening.
Talking.
Jen hit me up about pacifiers.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be on a podcast.
Yeah.
Check out Little Abominations for your adult accessory needs.
Exactly. Now, we'll see. What's great though is not only you get a little advertisement there. When I upload this to Anchor, I am going to add a couple ad segments in there. So, one for you, one for Jen. There's a couple others that I really want to drop in real quick. I know I hate ads and I try to roll through them quickly. So, I appreciate the quick drop there.
With you, damn it, Mr. wants all the holes plugged. We are very important things to be plugging the holes with.
I want to comment on people's pictures so bad, but it sounds so dirty. I want to be like, you should let me put something in your mouth.
Do it. That's great.
I love it.
That could be a good selling point. Something to put in your mouth.
I'm afraid people would be like, ew, creeper.
You can do it to any of the pictures I post and plug yourself right there. Do it every time you see my face. I want that under it.
I'm be like, you look so good with something of mine in your mouth.
If you follow me on Twitter, you're more than welcome to do anything like that on any of my posts on Twitter too.
If I don't, I will. I'm not super active on Twitter, but I occasionally hop on there.
Okay.
All right. I gotta go eat the noms and do the sleep thing.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up.
Joining us, and you will be here for next Monday. We're doing Halloween. Big Frights on Little Night, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're dressing up, right?
On StreamYard or Fanbase?
Anywhere. I don't know.
You guys see that band at the bottom?
That's so cool.
I see it.
I'll leave that up for a few minutes. That way, people can see it.
I love it.
Andrea's saying that you should do it. That right there is wonderful. I mean, worst case scenario, somebody's going to block you or delete the comment.
I mean, right.
They weren't your audience anyway, if that's what they're wanting to do. So
that's fucking right. That's good.
All right. I love y'all.
Love you.
Sweet.
Love you. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Good insight as always. We always have good conversations.
If you ever feel like I'm taking stuff over, just be like, hey.
We'll find a safe word. I think we'll talk to the creators and tell them, if you're getting too much or talking too much or sharing too much personally or something like that. We'll have a little safe word that we can drop in.
We're all really good about it. We all will get on a really good talking point and then we'll kind of sputter out and then be like, was I talking too much?
I get really talky when I get really nervous. I just start verbal diarrhea and I can't stop it.
That's okay. Well, thank you, dear. So to like exit out, I'm gonna drop you real quick, but there should be like a leave button at the bottom there.
All right.
Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time. All right, so just
can I add a thing to rewind just a second?
Absolutely, rewind as far back as you want.
Going back to putting content out there, especially custom content, another important thing to remember that I had to learn the hard way, don't let someone bully you into doing something that you don't want to do. I'm a lot better about that now.
Absolutely, I do remember that time, and that was, we've all grown so much recently, and it's so fucking wonderful to have all that going on and to be able to get that way. So I was looking at the community chat for a second. But yeah, your worth and your income are two completely different things, though. You could be making $10 a week and still love what you do, and you feel worth and you feel value in yourself. But at the same time, you could be making 10 grand a month, and if you hate what you're doing, and you hate the content you're making or what you're doing to get that money, then it's pointless for you to do. Truthfully, I've seen big people on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and all these other places sell out and advertise for a brand they don't believe in, and then there's no conviction there, or it doesn't really apply to what they're doing, and it costs them fan base. It costs them people in their community, and it shows. I mean, your conviction when you're talking about something, you're able to pick up on if you really care about something or not. Like if you guys check out the vloggers from Juniper Jen, holy shit, like those are so wonderful in so many ways. I think most of the people in our groups have these things. If you don't, well, shame on you.
Just to come talk to me and look at it.
You should use code SKINDEEP to get 15% off on anything except customs.
Customs are really hard to get out of me, aren't they? Got a
And
few
that is all capitals, right?
that are like, you better not take any custom out.
Yes.
Custom orders until you get mine out.
See,
I absolutely adore my Miss Jen vlogger. Like that, I adore it. It's amazing, and it's sparkly.
I love that vlogger too. I took pictures with it before I sent it to you. So
remember that.
I'm gonna plug a hole real quick though and talk about the weekend that I have coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Brag a little bit.
So it's Halloween this weekend, y'all. Yeah, are we ready? Are we ready to dress up? Are we ready to dress up? Are we ready to dress up? I'm ready to dress up. So Halloween starts Saturday. I know it's been all month, but we're going to start the party Saturday on... Sorry, I have to look at my notes. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time till 11 p.m. Eastern time on Clapper, which the link for Clapper's in my link tree, or you can use this handy QR code if I can get it to come in on the fucking... Nope, I can't. Anyways, if you use my handy QR code, I wish I had it ready to post somewhere. Join me over on Clapper. You can actually join my live. Come up dressed up in your costumes if you're brave enough to show off for me. And then we're going to play some games and have some fun. Everybody who does come up onto the live and you're brave, you get put into my Juniper Gen jar for your chance to win a free vlogger. Mm-hmm. That continues on Monday, though. But wait, we got to finish Saturday night. After that, after 11 p.m., we're going over to Fanbase for Spank Back Saturday, a spooky Spank Back Saturday, where me and my amazing friends all get together and you get to spoil us with spankings. And if we hit our goals, I get to spoil them with vloggers. And it's like one of my most favorite things about what I do. But I can't pick favorites because I fucking love it all. Anyways, that was really corny. Monday is Halloween, right? Usually we host Monday Munch. But Mr. has to work on Halloween. He's really the boogeyman. I shouldn't have said that out loud. But Monday, the fun starts all over again at 5 to 7 p.m. on Clapper. I am going to be dressing up as a pumpkin. I'm going to do some crazy face paint. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm participating in the Clapper fashion show. So I really would absolutely adore your love and support. You can come love me and enjoy my costume. I like when you guys say my name. Say my name. But I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really, really not good with this, aren't I? Get back on track. We're finishing
You're doing great, Miss Jen.
Halloween off. We're doing all that fun stuff on Clapper until 11. And then shit, I need to make a graphic up for you guys. I really need to make a graphic and put it up. But we're also hosting a spooky munch because Mr. will be working on Monday. That evening, we're going to start it a little late, I think, at 11 instead of 10. I imagine we'll stream it right here again.
Now the Halloween one, probably not. I think that, most of the people involved in that probably want to stay a little more private. But
right, but we can stream without streaming to the platforms. We can still do it here, right?
Yeah, you can do like audio, and you can do it a private show together.
I will put it in the graphics that I needed to have made to be talking smoothly and beautifully. I can't even edit this. You guys are just going to have to work with what you got. You love me, don't you?
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, I do want to address this because Hody may still be here, may not. I don't want to address it just in case they leave. So do y'all have any advice for new content creators with a following already, just ready to start making money, but with fan base was building to start? So
are you on OnlyFans?
And that's what I don't know like what platform it is, but as far as like content creation, and in a non-adult form, start reaching out to these brands. The brands that mean something to you, and say, hey, I would love to be able to showcase your product. I would love to be able to, be sponsored by you guys. Affiliate programs are the easiest way, honestly, if you want to get a start there. That's where they give you a code, like you've seen me drop here. Essentially, Jen's Spake Back program is an affiliate program. After you get 10 floggers bought with your username, and use code SkinDeep, all capital letters, on their site for 15% off. But after, that's how affiliate programs work. They give you a code, you get something off, and then usually they pay you for that. They give you a cut. Okay.
Instagram.
Gotcha. So with that, like I said, so you're looking to get into the adult content world, maybe. But like I said, for right now, reach out to these brands. If you go to most of these sites, most of these companies have a press, a button at the bottom where you can kind of navigate the site. It'll say press or contact us. That's where you get in touch with the publicists and stuff like that. And you send those messages out. And you say, hey, I've got this many followers. I would love to be a part of this. I would love to either show off your stuff. I was sorry. Okay, awesome.
Okay, so we are talking adult content then.
Another thing that might be a good starting point if you have a following already on Insta is teasers. Like, you have to be careful with what you post on Insta because of their guidelines, but teasers with a tagline of, if you want the uncensored, follow this blah blah blah, things like that.
Absolutely. Twitter and Snapchat will be your best friends. They're definitely more uncensored. Look into how to create like a premium Snapchat. Twitter is pretty much post whatever the fuck you want. I see all kind of stuff on there. they do censor some things, but it's more like political stuff and things like that. But,
That's a thing.
but as far as the adult content, they don't really have much of a limit as to what they'll
Yes,
allow.
they do. Yes, they do. You
Well,
can
we're not
post
talking
full
about
on.
killers.
You can post full on whatever you want in your tweets, but as far as like your banner goes, don't post your feet. You'll get banned.
It's crazy. They have some weird regulations on stuff. Just the same as like Facebook and stuff, because I can post something, and then we found out one of the members of the community a couple weeks ago posted the same thing I posted, and they got a 24-hour ban for it. So it goes with following, it goes with your exposure, it goes with a whole bunch of stuff. It just depends on what's being reported and all that stuff. So, but yeah, so if you want to keep expanding, oh, go ahead, dear. You look like you have something.
I was going to say that's really cool that you've already got somebody local to you to start with. That is solid right there, sweetheart. Like, you have somebody local to you. You can discuss things with, make sure you get all the information of what you're doing with them, and you'll be doing more with others soon.
And make sure you get everything that happens with stuff like that in writing. You know, if they're willing to pay for whatever, make sure it's in writing, in an email, in a document, something that you signed, whatever. Because all it takes is for them to change the terms and conditions and say, well, we never said we'd do that, or you owe us this much money because it wasn't negotiated first. But yeah, definitely reach out to these. So even the adultier type brands, you know, they do advertising. There are loopholes and ways to advertise, like adult toys and things like that. Like there's a store that Jen actually has her products in, Va Boom in Asheville, North Carolina, and they advertise toys on their Instagram all the time. It's about how you do it, it's the context, it's how you explain it, and stuff like that. See, and I hope I'm saying your name right, Hody. But we would love to have like conversations with you too. You've been in the industry for 22 years. That's, you know, you can't beat experience. Yeah, see, like you know what the hell you're doing. Like you just got to do it now. It seems like, and I'm very happy to offer my spotlight and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me, my spotlight to you after you get yourself started and stuff like that. So, oh goodness, sorry, I shouldn't be drinking Coke while I'm on here because it's making me burpy. So reach out to those brands as well. I mean, those, you know, Adam and Eve. Love Honey, all those things. They have affiliate programs. They also have that same thing where you can message people. Juniper Jen, you can get yourself in a spank back program. Yeah, so there's lots to do there. Ray, any advice there?
I was just gonna say I love you guys, but I got to go.
Oh, we'll see you later a little bit.
Thank you for being here.
See you in a little bit. You can kill me later.
I still love you.
I know. I tried. I did good. I did good for a little while.
But yeah, the main advice I have is like I said, you already have your following. You already kind of know what your following is going to want. Cater to that.
Yep. And it's all contextual. You know, what you post on TikTok is not going to work on Instagram. What you post on Instagram is going to work on Facebook. You've got to learn to customize each one of those. And that's where that work comes into that we've talked about. You know, you're going to have to do different things in different platforms to get yourself out there. And one more thing, while I've got attention from you people and anybody else that's going to watch or listen later, when you're on these apps, mainly like Fanbase or Clapper or even TikTok does gifts and stuff now. When your friends gift you something and then you turn around and gift it back to them, you're not making money. You're not supporting them at all. All you're doing is giving these apps more of your money. Because if I send you $10 in gifts, they take their 10% cut. You now have $9 in your pocket. You turn around and send it back to me, you're sending me back $8.10. Like it doesn't do any good to drop all these gifts after you've been gifted them, because then you're just giving money back to the apps, which you want to support the apps by all means. You want to support these apps.
You want to support each other.
we have a new guest that just hopped in, and I'm so happy that they made it. Give me a quick nod there if you're ready to come up. All right, here we go. So, real quick, introduce yourself and let us know who you are, what you do, how you doing.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm actually on my computer. It actually works better on StreamYard. So
It does. My computer, I use a Chromebook. I'm trying to, get enough support to get me a better computer so I can run StreamYard on the computer. My Chromebook doesn't hold it very well. So Jen gets a little fuzzy every now and then.
I haven't been on StreamYard in probably a few months from when I used to stream my Dungeons and Dragons sessions. So, but great, it's a great tool.
Well, introduce yourself.
Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Matt. I go by South Texas Fisherman on pretty much any app out there, Clapper, TikTok, you name it. I'm South Texas Fisherman, Tex, Mr. Tex, whatever. It don't matter. Just don't call me late for dinner.
So I'm glad you did make it.
I just literally got off of work. Like,
I'm sorry for your hat.
I'm not. I'm not. We maybe have a losing season, but I'm a fan either way.
Right, I get that. And that's what's important. That's kind of built into what we've talked about is making sure you've got a fan base. And holding your value there.
Absolutely. There's something to be said about being true to yourself and true to your fans. So
for sure. Right before you jumped up, I was on a tangent about watching people gift back and forth, and how they're not helping each other. They're just getting the apps that are on more money. Now, while you do need to support these apps, you're not giving anybody support if you're giving them less money than they've given you.
That is so true. Like you see all these creators helping out other, they're trying to help too. I mean, they're also wanting to be part of the live too. So it's, it's kind of a two-edged sword. Like they're wanting to play along, but they're also helping other creators. But it's kind of a, I don't know. It's kind of that gray area where, are we doing it for us creators, or are we doing it for everybody else? So it's definitely an issue. It's definitely something that I've noticed and that I've addressed with Honey. So and she also sees it too.
And it does get hard. I mean, I know everybody wants to support their friends for sure. Honestly, the best way everybody can start supporting their friends and other creators is to market them out. Marketing is far more beneficial because the gifts coming from each other, it helps, like I said, back and forth, but it makes it look like there's gifts being given and stuff like that in these apps. But at the same time, you're costing yourself money. So marketing is free.
Very solid tip the other day that you should be marketing your content and your brand 80% of the time that you're putting efforts into your job or your adult content, which we consider this a job to really truly make money off of it.
Absolutely.
And then the other 20% of the time actually developing the content or putting the time behind the screen. Sorry, camera.
What most don't realize is you need to plan your events. You need to plan your lives.
Proper prior planning.
Having a calendar of events, 2-3 weeks out in advance. I mean, you don't get word out there in a matter of moments. You don't. You don't. The most growth you see is over time. Either being your group or being lives. You get that traction going. You get it. You get it going. Some of the best lives that have been done, they were planned a week to 2 weeks in advance. You know what I mean? They're so
And marketed,
mhm,
promoted.
definitely. I mean, there's so many people out there who were pushed stuff for you. There really is, you know, and it's, you just got to put in the proper time.
There's this guy on Twitter I follow. It's a pineapple promo. He's pretty good about making sure people get marketed out there. You guys check him out. Follow him on Twitter. Like I said, we know the handle there. Let me drop this banner for a second. And it'll show our name. So yeah. So except for me, I don't think I can change my name now. But with that being said, I mean, you know, marketing is everything. I don't know why I pulled that one up. Sorry about that, guys. We're still fumbling through some things here, but you know, marketing is everything. And my personal favorite app, though, if you have a close knit group and you can get them all to use it, could be in Slack asses. TimeTree is awesome.
Yes.
Google Calendars is pretty good too, but TimeTree I feel like is a little more organized rather than just one big calendar that has like all of your events and stuff like that. Like, you know, you have a doctor's appointment on the 30th and stuff like that. But where TimeTree, you can color code your events, you can add who's going to be there, give descriptions, marketing materials, all those things. So
now,
you know,
I'm going to kind of play the devil's advocate here. When you first poured out TimeTree, I felt like we were the most successful that we've been at that time when we were planning the events.
Well, you know, and I like the devil's advocate idea, and I'm sure I'll catch some backlash from this, but it seemed like a lot more people in our group had a little more commitment, and through that app and through the marketing and through conversation, you know, those were key to making us all grow. And we've all slacked off on that, but you know, we're getting better at it. We're working on it, and I agree, though. I think by planning these things out and saying, hey, you know, that's why I've been announcing this Halloween Munch since the beginning of October, because I know I'm not going to be there. I've got to be at work.
Trick or treat.
It's a very specific niche of people that will be performing in there. So, you know, it's something to get them involved in. So if you guys watching this or listening later, if you are a little, you are definitely invited.
Little middles or bigs. And
Little
then
middles or bigs.
I am offering chaperone seats to only somebody that can be more of an adult than I can be.
Well, that's why I'm working. So, but if you don't know what a little, middle, or big is, it's probably not an event for you. But you're welcome to come anyway and learn more about the lifestyle and things on that side of the world. It's truly a big thing. But you know, a week or two in advance, you know, I see these creators in, you know, these special groups that promo and put the stuff out there. We have another guest coming in just a second. But they put their stuff out there and they're saying, you know, they're not saying live tonight. They're saying, you know, live next Thursday, live on Friday, and it's Monday. You know, it's you can't attend an event that you don't know about last minute, with very few exceptions. Jen and I actually did that tonight. We had got told at our favorite coffee shop, Hannah's Coffee Shop or Hannah's Coffee House in Shelby, which is not terribly far away from us. It's worth the drive that we take for sure. But that place, one of the baristas there was like, hey, we're having a little pride meetup tonight at 5:30. Come to it. We were fucking down for it. Yeah, so I'm going to bring up Ragnar. I can't fucking remember what it is now. Ragnar. But I'm going to bring up Ragnar in just a second. So I believe they're ready. I don't see a face, so it's probably audio, but here we go.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
You're quiet.
Quiet.
There you go. You're better. Yep.
I'm glad you could make it.
Mouth to hoe, please. Mouth to hoe.
I'm here.
That's important to put your mouse in the right spot.
Not the butthole.
Whatever hole, just as long as it's the right hole.
So you said that's pronounced Ragnar? Okay, thank you. Ragnar, hi. Are you coming to the Halloween? Tex, are you coming? It's Monday.
Depending on work wise, I don't. Depending on work, I don't know.
Okay.
That's cool.
We'll be in contact, and I got to make some time
Rachel,
slots.
we can do glory holes at any time.
Send. I need to get the promo for y'all so I can get it on my Twitter.
Well, like I need to make one for you guys like tomorrow for that specific Munch. I think it's going to be wonderful. I may have made one already. I just don't think I put it out. I'm not sure. I feel like I put it on something somewhere, but yeah, I need to make it. I do want to make one for like a general Munch poster to put out, let people know we're here, and the topics can still be the specific ones there.
Oh, I saw her face for a second.
Oh yeah, you snuck up, peekaboo. We seen you.
This is going to be this is streaming what? Facebook, YouTube,
and Twitter.
Okay.
Which is really cool. So if you go to my Twitter feed, you'll actually see this video as a tweet.
I'm actually going there right now.
Yeah, so it's really, really neat. I saw it earlier, or I saw it when I first started trying this StreamYard thing.
Are you guys going to let Ragnar introduce himself real quick, though?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
We made everybody else do it.
I'm good.
That's an introduction, I guess.
I'm good. That works.
Nah. 2 people know me out of 4, or out of 3.
There's strangers watching us. Do you have a view count like on your side? Because you said something about it earlier, Mister.
Yeah, so I can see right now we have 2 eyes on us. So, or 2 sets of eyes. Yeah, so it's been quite wonderful.
I think this is a great thing to do. I think broadcasting to multiple areas is great. I think it sets you up for having great, planned guests and all that. So
I will say real quick, whoever just said hello, I don't know who that is. It's his Facebook user. I think Facebook's having a glitch. That's not letting me see certain people.
I wonder if Hootie's still here, because we kind of skipped this comment. I'm going to read it again and see if my thought comes back to me. Thank you. As a switch, I go from dom to sub, and so it's hard to tailor to one side when you go both ways. I've learned it can hurt followers. Okay, yes. Me and Mr. were actually listening to who I don't freaking know. After I say it, Mr. can say who it was. Somebody actually said, oh, we weren't listening together. You can't help me. Fuck.
It was probably Pink Kink because those girls are switches.
So, nope. It was a branding podcast of some sort. So when you've got your 2 brands, it's perfectly acceptable to set that in front of your audience. And your 2 brands would be your dom and your sub brand.
Gary V.
Perfectly okay to set those 2 in front of your audience, but make it very apparent that you have those 2 options right from the gate in the beginning, and let them decide which way they want to go within your content. Make sure your content's divided up into hashtags and your folders. I'm talking cross-board, all your different apps. Make sure that you found a way to divide it. For instance, when I am posting on any apps really, and it's a little more provocative, I always use my hashtag craft horror. So hopefully by the time I've grown and gotten huge and everybody knows my name and goes to type Juniper Jen in and goes to craft horror, they'll see thirstier, trappier, contentier is.
So one thing I'll suggest, and kind of like Jen was saying there, but one thing you can also do is, it's a little more work, but create 2 separate profiles for those things, or two separate setups for those things. That way, I mean, given your base will choose what they want to see if you do keep it on the same, but you're also able to market it differently if you do separate them. So, I mean, it's really up to you. It's your choice there. And Rachel, I don't think I've seen those pictures yet. Sorry. I'll check those out. I think they're in a message. Not sure. Yeah.
Saturday night. Well, we do Saturday night.
I'm curious about Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So Rachel had mentioned in my live on my way home.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember something fun.
Gone to a play party and seen or had different play experiences and stuff like that.
Too, right?
So,
First time or two, right? Like a first time being able to do that?
On certain thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's yay.
Yeah, so Rachel, there is oh fuck. I'll have to get with you on that. One of our creators that hangs out with us knows a site that you can specifically go to for things like that. And it's more acceptable there. So, and also there's Fanbase. I mean, it's a less known app, but Fanbase, FAMBASE.
Fanbase too is apparently accepting of that. I know that's on the list. I can't remember the smaller ones. I think mini bids. Can't remember the other one. Anybody in the comments though could help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to drop some information, some knowledge. We're always happy to conversate and take on new education. That's the premise of KinkSlayer, is to be educated, to educate, and to make sure that we're all doing our best to help each other.
Mm-hmm. This has been a very nice Munch.
It has been, and it's almost time for the Munch after party over on Fanbase.
I'm gonna paint my face.
You don't think my links are updated in my tree? Let me do that while you guys discuss something. I don't care what you're talking about.
That's why I posted Pineapple promo on Fanbase. Did you update your links today?
Well,
apparently somebody's not listening.
I would never not listen. What are we talking about? I will update. I guess I'll just update the Monday Munch room, my mischief room. Then you have to find that yourself. You dirty little birdies.
Dirty little birdie.
Oh, you'll be updating that here shortly too.
Oh, probably as I'm doing this. I just got to get the. Let's drop that one off. Monday Munch after party.
Hey, I got to say also the video and the audio, like it's really really good on here now. Like it's.
Oh yeah. What am I doing? Why am I pulling stuff up? Quit touching
It is
stuff.
pretty awesome.
So what I'm going to do.
I believe a lot of amazing things will be coming. I believe that our amazing faces are going to get put in front of the other amazing faces that we need and they need. We're definitely going to find our...
There you go. So if you guys want to come to that Fanbase after party, you can go there. You got to click that the third one down that says Monday Munch after party. And then you're going to come join that. All you got to do is download the app, create a quick account. Doesn't take long. Don't use excuses. It's a fun fucking app. We can have a good time, and like we get a whole lot more wild over there than we do over here. That's for sure. So,
And
I'm
it's
ready
not
for
always,
that.
and it's not always the same topic either.
No, God, no, hell no. There's never hardly ever a topic over on Fanbase.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Last week though, we kind of got on a topic and we stayed on it.
We did though, but I'm gonna say
topic.
this week I'm gonna keep you guys somewhat on topic, or I can just be the topic. I'm gonna do some face painting and stuff for.
So what about them Cowboys?
Nobody likes the Cowboys.
They won.
And
Not on purpose. Mr. Honey, you were absolutely correct, by the way, sir. I have maybe he wants to come up. I don't know. He hopped back in, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna see if I can get the audio there. So you're being added. So here we go.
what was I right about?
Oh, definitely updated my Mr.'s Mischief room too. So
I know you would.
hello, Isabella. Nice to see you.
Coconut rope.
Oh man, that's going to be interesting. Also, if any of you guys are into like extreme or more sadistic pain things, if you talk to Jen, she has some things that she can add to those floggers of hers, and they can make it a whole lot more meat.
I have bitey things. They're owie. I don't particularly like to add them to them because ow, but y'all love it, so I do it, and I actually love that you love it.
JuniperGen.com is the one place you can customize your kink.
Really, really great floggers, by the way. We own 2 of them now. Two in Honey's special paddle.
This is my Flash Slayer 5000.
I need to get with Jen because I want it all leather, actual leather with a wooden handle, if that's possible.
Yes, Rachel, things that like to bite. Do you see that comment there?
I have bitey things. I'll be right back. Let me go down and get the bits and
If
show you
that
what
right
they
there
look like.
doesn't tell you how quality her products are, our beautiful, wonderful Andrea has 5 of them. Okay. 5.
They're great floggers.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing is they're all numbered. So
Yep. If you buy a flogger from her, they are absolutely numbered. And that actually has a thing to do with her email list, which I need to update for her. Every now and then she'll send out like a newsletter, like super simple newsletter that says, hey, this is what's going on. It's like we've done it once this year, so it's not overwhelming. Also, no vampire gloves, Rachel. Sorry, not yet. At least we haven't really got into that aspect of things. But she has beads and little spikes and all kind of fun shit she can add to her floggers.
I know somebody who would love some vampire gloves, and she just got up. She's sitting here. She's sitting across the room right now.
Hi, honey.
Honey. Honey's gonna dress up for me, right?
You have to get with her on that.
Honey,
absolutely,
dress up for me.
But there are things to add that little sting and that bite to the, and it turns out that a lot of people actually enjoyed those being added to it, even people that didn't think they would. We went to Asheville Blue Ridge Pride to do our free spankings and our marketing for Jen stuff, and
so
people love that shit.
Let me see if it zooms in so you can see like a. That's what those are.
Yep. You got those, you've got beads, you've got all kind of fun stuff.
Pony beads. Pony beads are actually, I kind of like them, but they can sting really bad. And then the other thing about pony beads is you can slide them up and down the fall so you can have the point of impact changed.
Hey, Will.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's our Will or not, but absolutely. Thank you for being here, Will. I've
So I was
noticed you
just going to
commented
share
on
something that I brought. See, everything gets added to my business because you guys want it. So now because Will wanted some metal skull beads, we now have metal skull beads available. I do need to get some more. See, you've got some of the plastic skull beads on
I
yours.
need the metal ones.
So now I will say with those metal ones, they add a lot of weight when you put them to the end of it, and I ended up snapping one of my loops on some girl's ass at Pride. It was beautiful. She was happy. I was happy about it. You know, it was a good time.
You know, you always feel accomplished when you can break something on somebody's ass.
Oh yeah. To be
Even if
fair
it's-
though, that flogger spanked like a lot of asses that day.
Yeah, I don't think I'll put these ones on the loops because they do have like the actual hole. I can see why it cut the fabric. That's why I was trying it on those. Think if I just do a tie at the bottom and just put them on a regular fall with the knot to hold it, that they'll be just fine. But I see why it cut straight through that. But they're so amazing and they're cool. Like they're cold to touch. So it's a whole other sensation you're adding to your flogger. And I fucking love the metal ones.
Well, Rachel, get with Jen on maybe getting yourself a custom flogger.
So these, let's get a fall. Well, hell. This is not supposed to turn into this, y'all, but I guess it did. Lunch is almost over. Okay, so.
There's Spankenstein.
Mm-hmm. So these are actual little tips. Metal. There we go. You can see them now. See how I've got the little clampy thing? Those clamp to the end of the fall, which I grabbed a fall with cut tips. We'll pretend that it's cut nice and pretty. Put it in front of my little white nose. And then I would put that on there and clamp that around there. So it'll be just a tip at the end.
Ooh.
And that can absolutely cut an insertable flogger, Rachel?
I have very many ideas about that.
Are you seeing these, by the way, Jen? These are for you. These are not for me.
I think our next one is, I think I like those tip things that you put on there, Jen.
9 for lady parts. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what like insertable. I don't have any insertables, but I have ideas and plans of insertables. That I have to find a company to work with.
You got Andrew's attention.
I don't want to make the insertables. I don't want to be responsible for what goes inside of you and may harm you. I just like to give you spankings.
Oh man, I'm loving.
Trying to keep up, y'all.
But Spankenstein down there was absolutely a one-of-a-kind, wonderful thing.
Gotta have the beads at the end of it.
Oh, the beads are nice. I really like the pony beads, which
what
you've got on there, the skull is the equivalent of a pony bead. Same.
See, I mean, like, you think we're crazy or we're bullshitting you, but everybody that's been on this stream tonight, I think with the exception of Grumpy Cakes, has one of ours. Or one of yours, excuse me. It's not ours. I don't do shit, but market for you. They're all Jen.
Hey.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When you said something about lady parts, I was gonna bring up the loop fall flogger. Feels fantastic.
Probably the most used thing out there.
Oh yes. But see, like that's what I'm saying. I gotta get I gotta get a laptop again, an actual like Windows ran laptop, so I can run my software. But yeah, as much as I don't enjoy making those, sometimes I think they are quite.
Something about the way you
quite valuable. They're definitely sturdy. I'm sure that Honey has put those to the test as much as she can.
You know she has.
I've seen Honey put that to the test. So
I mean, it's getting. It's got marks on it.
Yeah.
well, the day that Honey manages to break it with a video to prove it, I will absolutely replace it and send it to her without a fucking charge. Oh goodness, guys, it is almost 1. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so there are tons of codes you can use for 15% off. Now the custom ones, I think you said don't apply to the 15% off. I'm not sure.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, that would be insane for me to discount something that we were just talking about value tonight, and the customs are something that's a pain in my ass, and I do value high. So,
but they're definitely worth it. I mean, to add, and when we say custom, we mean custom. If you want
now,
special
you guys,
pictures on them,
I want you to realize if you do want a custom order, you can literally. We're going to have time together. I want to know exactly what colors you want, what cut you want, loops, fall, whatever falls you want. I want to know what color this is and that is. You can come up on my live stream on Clapper, work on it with me together. There's just a lot of love that has to go into the process. The handle itself can be whatever you want it to be, any picture, any printing, anything. I've yet to have somebody ask me to put their naked spouse on one, and my seed is planted. Somebody make that happen.
Somebody will, don't worry.
Ragnar, is that the heat sensitive one?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do it. Come on.
So now the thing though, like that heat sensitive one, it takes a lot to warm that one up. I do like that material though, but this one is like my favorite kind of heat. It's like I fucking play with this every time we go to an event. But this is one of my heats. This is my heat sensitive baby. And once you got it, it starts off black, and then once you heat it up a little bit, it does turn red. So that material is quite expensive to work with though.
But when she says custom work, Honey wanted sloths. Like, she got sloths.
The value behind that flogger, though,
so great.
That one went to Dark Side of the Con with us.
It did. That's right,
and
it did.
That one had a good time at Dark Side of the Con. It spanked a lot of nice booties. They had a good, fun time, and then it got shipped to the rightful owner.
Oh yes.
How many people wanted it though?
So many people wanted that.
It was insane.
I was like, I'm sorry. It is it's part of the traveling floggers, and it has a forever home it will go to soon.
And I think next year might be a good idea for us to create new ones for all the Pride events we're going to, and then auction that shit off at the end of the year.
For charity.
My pocket's charity. I'm just kidding.
No, I really do need to find Juniper Jen a solid, or develop it myself, which would probably, I'm a do-it-yourself kind of person, but I do like supporting others, so maybe I can find somebody to support until I develop it myself.
I thought charity was just somebody's name.
I was gonna say, I mean, I could find us a charity to donate to.
I like Will's comment.
Yeah, I'll pop that one back up there.
Like
so
that.
One cool thing, a lot of you guys know, but one really fun thing that Jen does is her apron only lives on Thursdays on Clapper, and if you purchase that special flogger package that she has, then she will custom make your flogger on the app while you're watching, and then she will use it and make content and have all kind of fun, and then you get it all. Like, you get all that shit.
And I do like when you guys ask me and tell me what kind of particular content you want to see with it. I keep you involved. So much love and stuff that you guys don't realize that is there.
Absolutely. So we are about to wrap this up. It has been so much fucking fun. I could probably do this all night. We are going to go over to Fanbase for 30 minutes or an hour or so and bullshit with each other like we always do. Everybody's welcome to come. If you go to that link right there, my link tree, third link down, it says Monday Munch After Party. Join that. Get the app. Come on over and we'll have a good fucking time. And if you wanted to come
what's
up,
next week's Munch?
next week's Halloween.
Oh, that's my bad. Oh my gosh.
Big Frights at Little Night. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to have littles. We're going to have bigs, middles. We're going to have chaperones. It's going to be a good time. I'll be able to hopefully drop in and say hi every now and then, but Miss Jen there is going to definitely be in charge of it, and it should be a fun time.
If you're an asshole.
Her lives are always fun.
They won't let you off because it's Halloween.
Yep, it's a mandatory day at work. That and Super Bowl, so I won't be off for Super Bowl either.
You get to make small pizzas.
I know, right, dude? This weekend is going to be fucking ridiculous. But I love you all. Thank you for joining. I guess this will be uploaded. It's going to be on the Facebook. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Twitter. And then it's also going to be, we're listening to Jen's music over there.
I'm trying to turn my theme song on.
I know, right?
For Munch.
But
over on the other one.
Hey, you might want to turn that down before Facebook kicks me off. Facebook's you know what's crazy though? Facebook is actually that much of an asshole about it. I have played music in the background and they have kicked my live stream off live because I had music on.
Because you don't own the rights to it.
Fucking insane. But what was I was getting ready to say? I don't even know what I was saying now.
Whip your dick.
Come over to Munch. We're gonna hang out over there, and I will catch you guys later.
You gotta take it easy, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you on Halloween.
Oh, before I end the broadcast, I know exactly what the fuck I was gonna say now. So this is gonna be available on my very first podcast. It's going to be YouTube. It's going to have Facebook and Twitter. Like all that shit's going to be there, unedited. It's going to be just what the fuck you heard. So all the good, bad, stumbly, cutting each other off, doing all kind of weird shit, that kind of stuff. So enjoy it. We're going to do this again. I don't know if you guys are going to use StreamYard next week or not, but I know that you guys are going to have a fun Munch with all the littles and stuff, at least on Fanbase. So it's going to be a good time. So, yeah, be sure to check it out next week. And then the week after that, I will definitely be dropping a conversation or a topic for that one. And I'm going to try to get next month planned out so we can kind of roll and get some shit going. Like you said earlier, Matt, it's about making sure that we're able to market it out and people know what's going on. And yeah, and Monday Munch is always at 10 p.m. on Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern time. That way, you can't say you didn't know. We're always here. We're always doing it somewhere. So all you got to do is message one of us and ask where it's at, and we will be able to let you know. All right, but I love you guys. And if you want a spotlight interview for the podcast or virtually or however the fuck you want to do it, message me. I have a list of questions that I'm going to start using. We definitely want to get some of these content creators out there. So, all right. Love you guys. See you over at Fanbase. And good night, everybody.